Well, with some spring-like temperatures, you may not be thinking about the movie theater this weekend.
But you may want to reconsider. Fox 13's Rich Bonaducci says there are some pretty good options out there.
Today we're going to talk 2 out of the 4 new movies in wide release this weekend, possibly with 2 different audiences, but the same MPAA rating, PG. But one of them is Jane Austen and the other is Pixar. Set in a suburban fantasy world, 2 teenage elf brothers embark on a quest to discover if magic is still out there. Onward.
Come, dear brother, our destiny awaits.
Okay, I'm coming.
I see you've brought sustenance for our adventure.
No, it's garbage for the trash can, and you left the lid off. Oh, shoot! Get out of here! Shoot, get out! Ugh, unicorns.
Now, although it may not be as outright funny as other Pixar offerings, especially up front during its setup, Onward is truly an adventure. It does take a while to get going, but once it does, it's a wonderful modern spin on the classic hero's journey. Yes, modern even with all this going on, incorporating D&D style, that is Dungeons and Dragons style role-playing into the mix, along with its multi-layered magical metaphor. It all drives home its many points, one that the mundane everyday grind can make us forget what miracles we all truly are, and the importance of role models in our lives, and that the difficult path may be the most rewarding one, and more. I know that sounds like a lot, but Pixar does it, and does it well, in a PG-rated 100-minute package filled with wonderful animation and stellar voice performances that will probably leave not a dry eye in the house by the time it ends. A- from me for Onward. Again, I did think it needed to be a little funnier and hit the ground running, especially considering the attention span of some of your little ones. But other than that, another Pixar Insta-classic. But with no end credits tag, no need to keep your little ones in their seats for any longer than is necessary. However, there is a pre-Onward mini movie from The Simpsons, so get your popcorn early. Now, it's 1800s England, and a well-meaning but selfish young woman meddles in the love lives of her friends. She's Emma, 2020.
She always declares that she will never marry.
I have no thoughts of matrimony at present.
Which, of course, means just nothing at all.
You must never leave me, Emma. Good heavens, have I missed the party?
He spent a whole day going to London just to get his hair cut. He's a trifling, silly fop.
I'm going to start saying that more often. Dan Evans spent 4 hours on his hair, that silly fop. If you're a Jane Austen fan, you're probably going to see this anyway. And if you're being dragged to see it, well, you're in for a pleasant surprise. Emma 2020 is much funnier than you might expect, although Austen fans often complain that most adaptations miss the humor and the satire of it all in favor of the romance. But Emma is also moving, especially when her machinations finally catch up with her. The casting is spot on. Everyone seems to revel in their roles, delivering each well-thought-out line with relish. Even the help, usually barely seen and certainly not heard, have their moments in the sun. But special accolades to leads like Anya Taylor-Joy and Mia Goth, obviously, but also to supporting actors like Bill Nighy and Miranda Hart. Another A- from me for the 2020 version of Emma. But keep in mind, I haven't read Emma, so I'm looking at it as it solely as a film experience and not as a book adaptation. Although, oddly, even though it is PG, there is a moment of male nudity from the rear that may surprise you. And just like Onward, although wide release this weekend, there is no end credits tag to Emma either. So unless you're interested in who the key grip is, you don't need to stick around after the movie, unless, you know, decorum dictates it. By the way, the other 2 wide release movies this weekend, First Cow and Ben Affleck's The Way Back, also have great reviews, so maybe not a bad choice in the whole bunch this weekend. For Fox 13, I'm Rich Bonaducci.